Welcome to episode 302 of the official Gamestitch Podcast. I'm Ryan Walton, and as always, I'm joined by Dan Reamer.
Good morning.
It is, there's a little snap in the air this morning here.
What's a snap in the air?
Like a little chill.
Oh, yeah? Why? What is it?
It's 44.
Ooh, that is a little chilly for there. Yeah, it's 34 here.
A little brisk.
Yeah, I understand brisk. It's been brisk for the last week, so.
I would assume snow's right around the corner for you.
Oh, I have no doubt, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. Then I can be really happy.
We're still super screwed up here, though. Today, it's like 44 right now. We start recording fairly early in the morning, but the high today is like 75.
Oh, the high today, let's see, it's 34 right now. The high today is 38, so.
So everybody here is just walking around sick. Because their body can't understand what to do.
Yeah, everybody here is sick of winter already, so.
Yeah, I get that.
I don't know if it's everybody. I know it's me.
I'm tired of winter, and we don't even really have winter.
We don't even have a winter.
Right, but I'm tired of it already.
Oh, I get that. No, you don't deserve. No. You don't even get winter. You can't be tired of it.
I'm allowed to not like it, though.
No, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, I don't like fall, and that's essentially what you have. Only it's after all the leaves go away.
It's like a chilly fall, though.
It does lean towards a cold fall, but it's still like a fall. It's not like we get like disaster movie winters here.
Yeah, that sucks. I don't want no part of that. It looks cold and it looks inconvenient.
It's so cold that I have to have a shirt on.
Which goes against everything.
We're in those months where for about the next 6 months, I will be shirted, Dan. You can still find me at shirtless Dan, but in real life, I will be shirted.
But it's a lie. It was all a lie.
I will probably be shirted, and then layered, and then jacketed.
The snow looks inconvenient at the levels that you get it.
That's a good way to put it. It's very inconvenient. Very.
Yeah, so there's two parts. I don't like being that cold, and I also don't like being inconvenienced.
Yeah, I get it. And here's the thing, which people don't understand when I say this. They look at me like I have a dick growing out of my forehead. But I mean it when I say, I don't mind snow. I can't stand the cold.
Mm-hmm.
And people are always like, well, you can't have snow unless it's cold. Like, I understand that, but you're not listening to what I'm saying. It's not the snow part. If we got snow and it was 75 degrees out, I would be okay with that. I understand that scientifically that's not possible. That's not my point.
It's not what you're arguing.
Right. It's not my point. Right. We're talking, Elseworlds here, alternate universe, whatever. The snow is not my problem. It's the cold. And I stand by that statement. To all you people who are like, well, you can't shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I understand how science works. It's not what I'm saying. So there. I have my rant for the day. No, probably not.
Winter rant.
I'm probably going to have more. I've had a busy 4 days. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm sore. I just need everything to stop for a second.
I've been on this kick for like 3 weeks now where I'm like, this weekend thing, it isn't working for me. It's not long enough.
Oh, it hasn't been long enough for me in years. So,
but I mean, usually I'm like, I get it. It's 2 days. I can get some stuff done. I still find a little me time. These last few weeks, I'm like, I don't know what this is about, but this is not working for me.
Well, it's not always like this, but listen to my week. Okay. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I worked. Didn't have to work Saturday this week. That's cool. So Thursday, I don't think I told anybody this, but my boss got us suite tickets to a concert at the local arena. So we went and saw Luke Bryan in a suite.
Your favorite artist.
And there was food and there was drinks and it was, it's cool. Yeah, I'm not a Luke Bryan fan, like 0%. Like 0.
I like Luke Bryan. He puts on a good show, I understand.
It was a good show. Yeah, he does put on a performance. He is a performer. I could care less about any of his music. All his songs sound like they've been written by Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, I like that.
which isn't a thing I'm looking for out of my lyricists.
Also, I just want to say before you move on, not a bad thing. Go ahead.
Okay, we're gonna have to agree to disagree on that.
Not your thing, but not a bad thing. If you're telling me that lyrics of all of your music was put together by the late great Dr. Seuss, I would be okay with that.
I understand you would. You simple-minded fool.
Yeah, I like a good time. He sings good time music.
It's not all of it. No, he doesn't. But so we did that, and of course, not my favorite artist. But when your boss buys you sweet tickets, you don't go, yeah, no, fuck that, dude. Because sweets aren't cheap. So did that Friday. We went and supported our local fire department at a fundraiser because my house catches fire. I'd like for them to remember me and understand that I'm a good person and do good things for them. So maybe they'll work a little harder to prevent that fire. A little bit of a selfish motive there, but still a good thing. I'm not sure the motive matters. I think I think the ends justifies the means in this case. Then yesterday, I told our friends over at FC3 that they are having a mini-con at the local mall, a mini convention where they have vendors and stuff, costume contest. And I volunteered for that, and I actually have to go back and do that this afternoon. So I helped them set up and then walked around and answered questions, helped out during the cosplay contest, and I will be doing that again today. So last 4 days have been incredibly, incredibly busy for me. And there's been some late nights there, like most of them. So I'm pretty tired. So if I seem a little cranky, it's fully warranted.
It should be just like normal.
It's fully warranted.
It should be just like normal.
Just like normal? Am I normally cranky? Yeah, fuck you.
I'm not going to say cranky. I'm going to say you normally have a short fuse.
Well, that depends. I mean, it depends on the situation.
So cranky comes out most episodes.
Well, here's the thing. I'm actually very understanding as a person.
I want to hear this. I'm ready for this.
Go
ahead.
As far as empathy goes, I understand a bad situation, and I will give you empathy in that. What I don't have a tolerance for, and what I don't feel empathy for, is when someone is stupid or does stupid things or make bad choices, and then I will be cranky. The unfortunate part is that 85% of situations that arise in my world for some reason, it might be me, I don't know, but they arise out of stupidity or bad choices on someone else's part, not mine. So that's where my crankiness comes through, because people are like, oh man, I'm going to be late to work because I got a speeding ticket. And I'm like, I don't care. I don't feel bad for you because you broke the fucking law because you're stupid. It's those types of situations.
This is the aggression I'm talking about.
That's not aggressive. I'm a realist.
It's a little aggressive.
That's realist.
It's really aggressive for Sunday morning at 8 a.m. I don't like any aggression before noon, just as a general rule of thumb.
Would you like me to leave? Would you like to?
No, I've done one of these alone. That's no good either.
Which do you prefer? My aggression or doing it alone?
Your aggression doesn't bother me because I've known you for years. So for me, it's just normal. For other people, I feel like they're like, wow, Dan's aggressive. I'm like, you should have met him 10 years ago.
Was I more aggressive?
Oh, 100% you were more aggressive when I met you.
Yeah, I'm being tamed in my old age, yeah.
Yeah, you've definitely calmed down. You said some things I wouldn't repeat before. I'm sure it's still there deep down, but you don't bring it out a lot.
No, I don't know that it was ever there. I think it was just something to say to just, because sometimes you have those people that don't understand when you're making fun of them, or you're like being aggressive with them. They don't understand the aggression. They're like, yeah, it's cool. Okay, yeah, you said that. That's not the reaction I'm looking for. So sometimes you just have to say something that is so outrageous.
You just have to elevate it.
Sometimes it has to be elevated so that the person understands that, look, I need to get across to you that I have a serious problem with you right now. Mm-hmm. Because sometimes you just don't get it.
But a lot of times...
But it needs to be understood.
A lot of times the person you were elevating it for couldn't even hear you because we were just in chat with each other.
Well, that's called venting. That's venting. And that's just as necessary.
I don't know if it's venting when it gets that extreme.
It's venting.
We'll go with venting. We'll allow venting. If this is your first time here, welcome. It's a little cold outside. Put a sweater on, take your pants off, sit down, enjoy the show.
Don't do that. That's not going to help with the cold situation. That might make it worse if you take your pants off.
It's about venting. You can't close off all the areas. You pop a nice hoodie on, you take your pants off, you put a pair of socks on. You want to cover just those areas.
Maybe some boots.
Then
boots. Go out and walk the streets.
Yeah, put your headset on though. Your earphones.
And hope you don't end up in a straitjacket, because odds are that's exactly where you're headed.
Anyways, jacket on, pants off. Welcome to the show. Sit down, enjoy yourself. If you love this show so much you can't stand it, keep the jacket on, but head over to patreon.com/Gamestitch. Support us over there. If you don't have any money, welcome to our world. So just tell your friends about us. That's free. That doesn't cost you anything. You just support this thing verbally. You give us the oral support.
Which is my favorite.
Right. Which is... I wish you know what? We should get shirts made that say oral supporter.
We should. Because there's... Yes. You're right. We should.
That's a really good shirt.
We should change that to the $10 tier.
Yeah.
Or no, 20. Maybe the $20 tier.
Yeah, because we got to pay for the shirts. But right. We should send out
but $20
supporter shirt.
$20 tier. Actually, it might just get you an oral supporter shirt.
Yeah. Stay tuned. We're going to work on this.
We are.
So the thing about Sunday mornings...
That's
and the fact that I stay up too late.
That's when the ideas fly, though.
That's when, the idea machine is just, it's running full bore. And the oral supporters are here. Yeah. We love everyone that listens. In all seriousness, if you can tell someone about this show, it helps us grow. If you can convince them to rate us on iTunes, that's even better for the algorithms, for the Google math.
Oof.
And the Apple math that is done in the background.
It's a big word for 8 o'clock on a Sunday morning. I thought my aggressive was bad. Don't be pulling out all those smart words.
Anyways, do that. Go vote, and then also tell your friends about this.
You say vote. When you say vote, you mean like for us or like in general?
I don't think you can vote for us. You should just vote in general. If we're on the ballot, you should 100% vote for us.
Okay, yeah.
If you find a thing that has us on there, vote for us.
I'm just clearing that up because you definitely will vote for us. I mean, we'll change your world.
Yeah. But if not, you should vote. If for no other reason than all the people are like, you can't bitch if you don't vote. Just vote and then bitch away.
It's true.
Yeah.
Give
yourself that pass.
I am one of those, all the people. I tell people that too. Blah, 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 blah. Do you vote? No. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, see, you give people like Dan come at you hard like that with that aggression, and you say, sir, I did vote, and everything sucks.
And then we'll be okay. Then I won't come at you with aggression.
Right.
Like, okay, bitch. I'll be like, yes, sir, bitch away. Yes, ma'am, bitch away.
Yep.
You complain all you want.
Go vote. Also, 5 stars, it's on iTunes.
Which is kind of voting.
Yeah, kind of. Vote for this show. You know, see what I did there? It was a public service announcement for us and then for the world. Well, yes. For the U.S.
Because that's what we look out for. Well, most of the world has voting, too.
Yeah, but you can't vote there.
You can if you become a citizen. There's processes that have to be followed, but you can't.
You know what? If you have a vote, if you could vote for something in the place that you live, because you're right, I shouldn't exclude these other places that might listen.
You're right.
If you could vote right now, if there's a place you could go vote, you should vote. It doesn't even matter what it's for.
We should still vote for us.
But yeah, if you find us, vote us. We're pro us,
and we do accept write-ins.
Yeah, 100%.
So we better be careful because we might end up like presidents of Luxembourg.
I should write myself in on everything I vote for. Vote for myself for years.
How cool will that be? We'll be like
if you accidentally won?
We'll be like the new prime minister of Bangladesh or something.
I could take like prime minister sounds too important. I could take a small role though.
Okay?
You know, something that if you mess up, everybody's like, I don't even know who that is. I've never even heard that name before.
Mm-hmm.
Right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get
something like that. Yeah. Speaking of smaller known things, Red Dead launched this week.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you've heard of it. It's about cowboys.
Something like that.
It's about outlaws. It's about the Wild Wild West.
Wild Wild West.
Did you immediately think about Will Smith?
Yeah, immediately.
Me too. I watched Bright.
Not the movie, the song.
Yeah, I watched Bright, so I'm heavy Will Smith right now.
What'd you think of it?
So the first thing, and this has nothing to do with them.
It's not really your bag. You're not usually into that kind of thing.
I wasn't into it, but here's what I'll have to say. First off, the movie's very dark, and I don't mean like in tone. I mean, it was hard for me to see on my TV.
Yes.
And I have my TV pretty bright, which is also not supposed to be a pun. But
it was.
I thought it was okay.
Mm-hmm.
I did not think it was good. I have seen much worse. If someone was like, "Do you want to watch that again?" my answer would be, "I don't."
Understood.
But if I went somewhere and I was on, I wouldn't be disgusted.
Right.
It was fine.
Yeah, it's an hour of entertainment or 2 hours of entertainment.
I thought it was a touch confusing at parts. I thought it got a little lost because it would try to hit you with the hard, heavy moments and then comedy.
Mm-hmm. But it was okay. I think you do have a basic understanding of like orcs and elves and stuff like that. Otherwise, you're pretty lost.
Are you saying that I don't have a basic understanding of orcs and elves?
Exactly what I'm saying.
Are you implying that I don't know my elf?
No,
history?
I am not implying any. I am straight up saying it.
I don't know much about elves.
That fact.
I don't know much about elves, but I'm heavy in the orc.
You are not into
mythology.
That fantasy stuff. You are not into that. You're not into that kind of thing. And
I've seen Lord of the Rings,
and it's fun. I know you've seen it, but you're not into it.
That makes me an expert.
Okay.
I know everything about elf and elvish.
Yes. Can you speak Elvish?
I can, but no one here would be able to understand it, so I'm not going to do that. I could totally do it, though.
Well played.
Red Dead Redemption is it's on 2 discs. Let's start there.
You have 2 Blu-ray discs.
2 Blu-ray discs. It's 100. So let me just speak for mine. It's 110 gigs. I don't know if it's different on the Pro versus the regular.
It is it's like 92 or something.
Okay,
mine.
so it's 110 gigs, and then it also has a day 1 patch.
That is another hour
that you can run.
We might as well not even talk about size. We might as well just talk about time, because I hope you got 4 days. Not as an exaggeration, but mine took. Let's see. First, the first update was 3 hours, or the first install and everything was 3 hours, and then it took another hour, 62 minutes for the day 1 update. And very important note here, in case you haven't purchased or installed it yet, it does not install while you are in rest mode. So you have to leave it on. That's a pro tip from your Uncle Dan. Your PlayStation has got to be on.
So I returned back to the site of the case incident I had with Astro Bot to purchase my copy of Red Dead.
Okay. That was the funky place that was out. You don't usually go, right?
Right. So I returned back to that because, again, I was there for work. And so first off, I walk in, it looks like Black Friday in there.
Everybody's there for Red Dead?
Yeah, it was like too many people there for just a game release. And everybody that was going to the counter was like, "You get that Red Dead on PS4?" Everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm standing in line, and I'm expecting another bad experience. So I get up there, and the guy's like, "Let me guess, Red Dead on PS4?" He's got a little snark to him. "Let me guess, Red Dead on PS4?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's what I'm doing." He grabs it, and he goes, "Do you want to get it these... We have the deluxe and the ultimate.
Yep.
Yeah. We have these other editions." And I said, "No, I'd like the cheap one, please, and thank you."
That's what I got too.
And he's like, "Okay." He said, "Just to let you know, though, you're not going to go home and play this. It's on 2 discs. Here's the size. Here's the size of the patch. Here's what you can expect before playing it." And I was like, "That's very helpful."
Yeah. Good for him.
Yeah, I was like, that's very helpful. So then he said, so then I walk outside.
Mm-hmm.
I made a comment about that being too big. That's too big of a game size wise.
Yes, it is.
And he says, well, if you haven't, always check into a external hard drive for your PS4. Didn't try to sell me one.
Just said look into it.
Just throws that out. Just plants that seed.
Which
I've thought about it.
I have one.
Right. Yeah, he didn't try to sell me anything. He didn't. Yeah. I noticed that you could upgrade your membership for no cost. So you have enough points. You want to go ahead and do that? He didn't try that shit.
Oh, that's good.
So I go outside and I go to my car and I'm like, I don't feel like going home and deleting everything.
Right.
So I've had 86,000 points for Hot Minute here at GameStop for Power Up Rewards. So I was like, you know what? I don't know what I'm saving these for. I don't even check to see what all they have. So I just jumped on there and I got $50 gift certificate and a $75. So I go in, I'm ready to use this. I said, hey, tell me what you got with hard drives. He's like, well, let me blow your mind real quick. I've got this one, 2 terabytes, and it comes with Far Cry 5, and it's $90. He said, but that's not the one you should buy. Here's the one you should buy. And he opens the cabinet, he gets this other one out. It's a Western Digital My Passport.
Mm-hmm.
He said, this is the same thing as the other ones, but it's before they branded them PS4 and Xbox One. It's just a Western Digital brand, but it's all the same. They even look the same. He said, it's a 4 terabyte, and it's also $90. And I'm like, well, that's the one I want then.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do that because I've got these $75 in gift cards.
Right.
Oh, well, you can't use those on clearance items. I'm like, motherfuck. He's like, but here's what we'll do. We'll return your game. You can use them on the game, and then you can just buy the passport.
Damn.
I was like, you know what? I like this guy.
Dude's looking out for you. What a sweetheart.
Then I realize he's the SGA.
Okay.
So for people that are not familiar with the internal structure of GameStop, he's like one step above the normal people.
Right.
The game advisors. I don't think they call him any of this stuff anymore.
No, but he's kind of like the you would call him
a key holder.
Yeah, you would call him the foreman. I guess.
He's a key holder.
He's like a foreman if you're on a construction
Then I noticed
site.
the dick that couldn't help me last time and had to go get permission is the assistant manager.
Oh.
So then I was really feeling some sort of way.
Yeah.
But anyways, this gentleman that helped me, I just felt like if I wanted to bash them for not being helpful, I wanted to also praise them for being helpful because this guy was very good. And his non-pushy attitude is the reason I bought it there.
Right.
So if you should learn something from that GameStop. I don't know the gentleman's name because I don't care, but he was very helpful.
God, I'm glad you had a positive experience.
Yeah, and so then I'm like, all the way home, I'm like, since he said it wasn't, it's not. He said this is the PS4 one. It's just not. It doesn't say PS4 on the box.
Right.
So all the way home, I'm like, I'm tired. I don't feel like fucking with this. I want a good experience. So I take it out of the box. I plug it in the front of it.
Plug and play.
Hey, this is external. Are you trying to use this? I said, yeah. And then it was like, cool, you want to format it? And I was like, yeah, here we go. And it's like, this is already formatted. Just enjoy yourself. I was like, fuck.
Yep.
That was okay. That was an all right experience.
Yeah, it was like that when I put mine in too. I got a 2 terabyte one.
Yeah.
I think I got it on sale for like $60 somewhere.
Yeah.
But
I don't know that I got a good deal. But what I do know is that the other 4 terabytes they had that said PlayStation were all $130.
Right.
So I didn't shop around. I'm sure I could have bought any external, but I just wanted to not do anything.
I think I got mine on Amazon. That's where I got mine. They had a sale on them one day.
So now I'm
2
rocking
terabytes,
the 5.
$60. Sweet.
Now I'm rocking the 5 terabytes because I already had the one.
Right.
So I'm excited about filling that up. And I installed Red Dead, so I did that already. Filled that up. You haven't started Red Dead yet. I'm still pretty early on. I just made it to Chapter 2, which is where the open world stuff actually starts.
Yes.
I will just say that game is very, very polished and very, very pretty.
I'm excited to get into it. Yeah, I literally right before I started this podcast, I checked and my update was done. Because what I did is I came home yesterday, like I said, I had to do I volunteered for FC3 yesterday. Well, I had a little break in between, so I came and picked up my wife because we were going to do some stuff after I was done volunteering. So I came home, and on my way home, I picked up Red Dead, and I came home, like, cool, I'll update it. I'll stick it in, it'll update, and then I'll come home, and maybe I'll get a chance to play it a little bit tonight. Because I'm planning on being home relatively early, 7:30, 8 o'clock. So pop it in, stick it in rest mode as it starts downloading. I'm like, cool, go on my way, come back home. And I'm like, turn it on. I'm like, you son of a bitch. Because, like I said, doesn't update in rest mode. So I'm like, well, shit. So I go ahead and I just leave my PlayStation on, turn my TV off, and I'm like, all right, well, go ahead and update. So I ended up going to bed early because it said you have like 3 hours left.
Because you're frustrated, right?
I'm like, I'm not waiting up for 3 hours.
Right, the hell with it. I'm just going to bed.
Right, so I went to bed, and I went to bed relatively early because I was super tired. I told you about the last 3 days. So I get up this morning, and I woke up a little earlier than I normally do, so I was up around 6:45, I guess. I'm like, cool, maybe I'll get in here and I'll check this out. So I get in and turn the TV on because I've had my PlayStation on all night. And it says, all right, cool, stick the other disc in so we can finish.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, what? I'm like, well, all right. So I stick it in, and it's like, all right, it's going to be about 62 minutes. I'm like, well, I'm not getting a chance to fucking play this today. Right now, obviously. So I go and I do some other shit, and I come up right before, and I'm like, all right, let's see where this is at. And at first, I was about to lose my shit. Because I turned on the TV, and there's writing on the screen. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? What went wrong? And then I read it, and it says, push the PS button to turn your PlayStation controller, your wireless controller on. And I'm like,
your controller turned off.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, okay, sweet. And it's in the funky Red Dead writing, so I'm like, cool, it must be good to go. So I do. It starts, goes to the title screen, and I'm like, all right, well, it's time for me to do a podcast now, so let me just pop out of this. So popped out of it and jumped on here, and so I'll get a chance to play Red Dead at some point.
I really like what I've played so far. It's very, I can tell it's going to be very dense. I don't know how far I'll get in this. I look forward to the multiplayer. I'm sure we'll have much more to say next week about it. Mm-hmm. I do want to make a couple quick initial observations about this game.
Sure.
They make you, there's a lot of times where you have to walk slow or ride a horse slow. Because I know a lot of games are doing this. I don't like this. I don't like that we're drawing things out by the how fast your character can move.
Well, I've read a lot of things that they want you to take your time in this world, so they are in essence making sure that you do.
Yeah, I would like them to give me a choice on some of that, but so that's something I noticed kind of early on, and then I'm really morally torn on what to do with. So you are received better when you're clean cut. Mm-hmm. But that goes against everything I believe in. You
want to be a disaster.
I want a nasty beard.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind keeping the hair high and tight, but I want a nice beard. But so early on, real early on, I'm riding into town for the first time. I'm excited to see town, see all these other people get into town. I ride by this couple, and she goes, "I hope you never look like that," to her husband. I'm like, well, that's a shitty thing to say. You don't even know me. I'm a good person.
I feel like I've probably heard that in real life.
And so I've decided that I'm going to play this game, even though I know the group that we're a part of. I'm going to play this game as a fairly good person.
Okay.
As much as possible. It's usually what I try to do in all games. I try to be a good person.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm riding into town after that comment. I'm up in the fields already because this lady's attacked me based on looks alone. And then some dude who's under a tree goes, "Hey, what are you doing in these parts?" I'm like, you know what? I don't need to be treated different because I have a beard. So I get off my horse and I go over there, and you've got some options. You've got like agitate or defuse or punch.
Mm-hmm. So what'd you do?
I defuse. I'm like, look, and I said, hey, just checking the area out. I think the area is big enough for both of us. No, I don't want any trouble. The guy's like, why don't you just get the fuck out of here? And I'm like, you know what?
Did he say fuck?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, nice.
In my head, he did.
So
I was like, you know what? You're right. Let me just, and there's two dudes there. I was like, you're right. Let me just get the fuck out of here. So I turned and I walk about 3 steps back to my horse, and I was like, you know what? Not today. So I beat the hell out of those two guys.
And
Which
now
is
you're
not
wanted.
how. Look, it's not how I wanted. No one saw me do it, so it's all fine. But it's not how I wanted to start my first trip into town. You know, I just wanted a nice experience.
Yeah, I'm hoping
people can't keep their mouth shut.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how I play it.
So here's the first thing I thought about in this moment. For those that don't know, Howard, who we talk about all the time, Marshall 205, cannot handle any trash talk at all.
No, he's not good. No, he can't.
So after I beat these guys' ass, I was like, there's no way he'll be able to handle this game if this is what happens. So last night I said, hey, because I assume this is a pretty canned encounter because it's at the very beginning.
Right.
So I said, hey, did you see two guys on a tree? He said, yeah, I had to whoop their ass because they wouldn't stop running their mouth. And I was like, how's that going for you? He said, well, it just keeps happening. He said, I was in town. You have to know him to understand this is how this whole game will go for him. He was in town. His horse was tied to a post. He went to go get on his horse. He accidentally climbed on someone else's horse.
Oh, no.
And that guy screamed, stop stealing my horse, you horse thief. He got off the horse. He's like, I don't want any trouble. And then the guy said something smart. So then he replies with the aggressive comment. The guy draws the gun. Then he kills the guy in the middle of town.
Everybody saw.
He's super wanted. He has to ride out of town. He's got bounties on his head. That's how that entire game will go for him.
Yep,
because
that's
he can't
every
control
encounter.
himself. Yeah, he can't control himself.
Yeah. He can't stand shit talk at all.
No, he can't.
He will answer the call every time.
Yeah. If you like poking people and seeing them get upset,
he's the guy. Yeah. Marshall 205 sent him a friend request.
I can only imagine he kills everyone in the game.
Oh yeah.
By the time it's over. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I like it. I've been playing a lot of Rocket League, still chipping away.
Yep, me too, except for the last few days. But
I also want to give a shout out to Patman, who we also play with a lot. He finally bought the Rocket Pass. Finally.
Did he? Is he finally back to Rocket League?
Yeah. Well, the Rocket Pass got him back in. He paid the money, and he was like, you know what? I'm not going to pay the money and not play.
There you go.
So from the very beginning, he said, if they gave you the ability to get all your money back, I would have done it.
Right.
Well, see, at the time, you can only see to like level 9 or 8 or whatever. So I was like, you get $8 back. Because like you only see to level 80 or whatever it was. So I'm like, you get 8 keys. That's $8 back.
Right.
Well, then once I realized once you progress, that it seems to go indefinitely.
Okay.
So if you make it to level 100, you do get all of your money back.
Okay.
And it appears to just keep going. You get a key every 10 levels. So once I told him that, I actually sent him a picture to show him that you still get a key at level 100. And he bought it that very night. And he's been playing almost every night. And he didn't tell us he bought it, though. So last night, I was being a smartass like always. And I said, you ever plan to support the developer of this since you play it every night? And he said, I bought the Rocket Pass like a week ago. And I was like, what? He's like, why do you think I've been playing so much? I was like, I just thought you loved the game again. And he was like, no, I got to get to level 70. Well, he's trying to get to level 100.
Right, so he can get all his money back.
Before time. So he's already calculated how many levels he needs a night and everything. So the cool thing is, you and him are in the same boat. You're probably right around the same level.
We're scrambling. Yeah,
so I know that there'll be a lot of Rocket League. So that excites me. Because you guys have to play.
Yeah. I really have to pick it up now because I missed the last 4 days. I'm not going to hit that level. I need to, and I'm not going to.
The cool thing is you'll have your win bonuses for the days you skip, so you get 2 per day.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
So
I will.
That'll help some. I also played some more Astro Bot. If you have VR, you should probably buy Astro Bot.
Well, you said that last week, and you stand by that, huh?
Yeah, that game's really, really, really good. Like, really good. So
you might have to check it out.
It's like $39. For me, so I kind of played it, then played a little Red Dead after it. It felt like nice. It was a nice little palate cleanser from. I don't know. It's just fun and simple and cute, and it's a nice world to be in for a little bit.
Good. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I like the Astro Bot. That's all I played. But I played a lot of all of that.
Well, I played some more Rocket League, and I played some more Shadow of the Tomb Raider. And I don't know if you've noticed, but there's been a progression of me talking about this game over the course of the weeks. And it seems like the longer I play it, the less I like it. Right now, I'm not going to say right now because I just got to one spot and I gave up on it, and it's never going back in my PS4 again. So it's
now.
just...
So I just heard about this earlier, but was this a build up or was it this one part was so bad that you're like, I'm done?
No, the more I played it, when I first played it, I was like, cool, this isn't bad. You know, it didn't blow my face off. But it was like, okay, this is a Tomb Raider. This is Tomb Raider I know and love. That's great. That's what I kind of wanted out of this game. But as I played it along further and further, you know, it's some of the new things it's added kind of, it almost feels like it draws it out a little bit. And I did some of the things, and no spoilers here. It's much more stealth and puzzle based than the other two were, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. The problem is that the way the combat works, once you're not able to be in stealth anymore, is a disaster. And so there was kind of a wall I hit, like a last straw. But I think I've slowly been building to the point, because I got to about 55 or 56% complete. And that's of the whole game. So I'm pretty far along in the story, because I haven't done that much side stuff.
Right.
And it's not holding my interest. But I can't really explain it. I can't really explain what is wrong with it. The story itself is kind of boring. I talked a couple weeks ago about how I could get past, you know, what she's trying. You know, she's trying to be nice to people and be a good person, and then she's destroying everybody over here. It's a video game. I can look past that. The problem is in this game, they're leaning so heavy on her wanting to do the right thing and be a good person that it's a total disconnect. The further along I get, it becomes a total disconnect. And I can't look past it anymore. Because the stuff she's doing isn't necessarily just for survival. It's to get to what she wants to do, which is essentially what a sociopath does. Which takes, you know, it worked well in the first game because that was a survival story. That was different. The problem is they're trying to do the thing where, look, the bad guys aren't necessarily in the wrong. They're just having a different way of looking at this, and it's not Lara Croft's way.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not... I mean, she's doing more killing than they are. So who's really the bad guy? The disconnect is just so different from who they're trying to tell me Lara Croft is and how she's actually being in real life, that I'm losing that sense of fun when they meet in the middle. There was a straw that broke the camel's back. I got this one part where it leans really heavy on stealth. And I spent like an hour and a half, 2 hours in this one spot. And I'd almost make it through. And then I'd be getting noticed. And all of a sudden, people that I didn't see come out of nowhere. And all of a sudden, there's like 10 people. Where the fuck were these people?
And you're playing on easy, too.
And I'm playing on easy.
Right.
And I spent it for like 2 hours. And I'm like, you know what? I don't need this frustration in my life. I've got the game on sale. So I'm like, you know what? I got my money's worth out of this game. Done. What I played was decent. Was okay. Just the further along I got, the less entranced I was with the game. And the less I wanted to play it. And that's not fun for me. So
I'm torn because I still want to play it really bad. And we'll get into why I still might play it later on.
Okay.
Fair enough. A little Rocket League, a little Tomb Raider. Hopefully a little Red Dead in your future.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. Let's jump into the news. The news.
The
new as. First story, kind of a strange one. Jade Raymond has departed EA Motive, the studio she helped found, making way for another executive to take on additional responsibilities. VentureBeat, along with everybody else on the internet, reports that Samantha Ryan, who is currently running EA Mobile, Maxis, and BioWare Studios, will now add Motive to her portfolio. This puts Ryan in charge of all North America studios with the exception of Respawn and EA Sports. Sounds very important. EA Motive they've been working on that unnamed Star Wars title for forever. And most recently, they helped DICE on development of Star Wars Battlefront 2. The Star Wars game is the same one that Amy Hennig was the writer for.
Yes. So some major players leaving, it seems, because of this game. At least that's the impression it's giving off. I don't know if that's true, but that's what it seems. That you could imply that, I suppose. It doesn't make it the right implication.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. She's been with EA for a long time.
Right. So we don't get angry emails. Amy was writing it at Visceral. Visceral shut down, and then Motive took over the game, so people don't be like, that's not even where she worked. We understand how it works. We know.
Yeah. We do get our facts together every now and then. This is one of those cases.
We can get it back to Kevin Bacon if we have to.
And I don't think they've said anything about where she's... I don't think she said what she's doing or where she's going, has she?
Mm-mm.
I didn't hear. She's just...
They gave a real, like, PC generic ass.
Yeah, I feel like there's something else going on there that we may know about at some point, but we don't now. Yeah. But the Star Wars game seems to be causing some issues for EA.
In her time with us, Jade helped build teams, and our projects underway at Modem and other studios continue unchanged. We appreciate all of her efforts, and we wish Jade all the best as she moves on to her next adventure. Hey, EA, suck it.
Yeah.
Not because I'm not saying she didn't want to leave, but I don't need that. I don't ever need that statement ever again. You keep that statement.
That pretty stuff,
you keep that statement.
Make it seem like it's something it's not. We know there's more going on. We're not stupid, especially by your stupid statement. Your statement did not make it better. It made it worse.
Just for a little transparency, EA Sports, they're hard at work on all EA Sports titles, and Respawn is working on a Star Wars game also, Jedi Fallen Order, which is expected to be out by holiday of next year. So, yeah. Best of luck to Jade Raymond. I like her. I like her attitude. Also, good luck ever getting any sleep, Samantha Ryan. It sounds like you do too much. So, there's that also.
Yep. After the 100-hour controversy at Red Dead, Samantha Ryan might want to just do the work and keep her mouth shut.
That's too much.
Otherwise, she'll get one of those nice little disclaimers for when she leaves.
Hey, we appreciate everything Samantha did in her time with the company. Some shit we did wouldn't be possible without her. We look forward to whatever she finds on her new adventure. Come on. We're too far past those announcements.
The bullshit. Yeah, the nonsensical bullshit. We know what's going on, EA. Just say it.
So after years and years and years and years of people wanting to change their name, Sony has finally said, you know what, you can do it. And people were yay. Those little things that you pull the string on and it pops out the confetti.
Right. And there is a buck coming.
But those were going off everywhere around the world. Confetti was flying. People, tears streaming down faces at the idea that name changes were coming.
Right. Lucky for you, you get to change your name, and it fucks up every other aspect of your gaming
You get to change your name, your save files, your DLC. And in some places, to you and other people, that old shitty name will still be visible.
Yes.
But, hey, you can change it if that's your thing. So, it sounds like a joke. It's unfortunately not.
No.
There are some unknowns here, though. So, we told you Sony's letting people change their name. So, Sony previously warned of some game and app compatibility issues in the initial announcement.
Mm-hmm.
But according to users in the beta, an attached disclaimer warns that players could lose lots of information associated with their account, including DLC purchases and save games. It seems to be tied around purchases of in-game currency.
Yes.
Seems to be one of the things that they really throw away. Like if you've bought V-Bucks and you still have the V-Bucks left, you may not have those. That's probably a bad example because I think all that's stored server side, but you know what I mean. It seems if you bought any kind of currency. So here's the problem. Let me give you the inside scoop on how most things work. If Dan decides to be Dickbag Dan 17, that's what you see.
Right.
But to the system, servers, whatever data, he has 165854356592222. So no matter what Dickbag Dan 17 decides to call himself, he's always those numbers in the background. It would appear that when you're Dickbag Dan 17, you're also Dickbag Dan 17 with Sony.
Right.
Which is what's making it impossible for them to do this without fucking everything up. So here's the thing. If your name is so bad, you know, that it's worth losing this stuff, you should just do it. Sony has also said that if you do it and you have lost more than you have gained by changing it, you can revert back anytime for free and everything comes back.
Are you sure that's what they said?
Yes. The first time you change it, you can revert back for free. You don't have lost anything.
But I think they also said it may not resolve all of the problems.
So reverting back should put it exactly as it was before.
Okay.
If you change it twice, I think that is not the case.
Okay.
But the first time you change it, you can revert back. It's free, and it should put you right back where you were. Let's talk about the pricing. The first change is free. Every change thereafter is $10 for non-PS Plus and $5 for PS Plus. I don't think this is the worst thing in the world. We have long talked about the problems with Sony's infrastructure and the way that the PlayStation is built. And you can blame PS3 for almost all of this. It was a great system, but the architecture of the PS3 is what has led to where we are now and all the issues that it has created. And I think there's just a lot of things they didn't think about. So, I don't know. You know, it also notes that some games might not function properly, even offline. That's a big deal, obviously. It can affect save data, leaderboard data, trophy progress. I mean, there's a lot that it could affect. Now, here's the thing, though. They don't go into great detail to say what it is. Like, what is it? PS3 games only that you're seeing this on? Is it PS3 games and early PS4 games? There's a ton of people saying that they were instructed by Sony, you know, in this life cycle, what to change to make sure everything works properly. So, you know, without knowing the exact extent of the issues, if it's just PS3 games, I think you hate your name, you're fine to go ahead and change it. If it's affecting stuff that came out recently, that's a whole different conversation. But the preview program will last until the end of November, and then the full feature will roll out to users in early 2019. All games purchased or published after April 1st, 2018 will be fully compatible. So Sony will have a full list of games compatible games published before that date. This is a crazy way to do it, but if you are Turd Wrangler 14, I guess I get it. You know,
I don't see anything wrong with being a Turd Wrangler.
if you were 13 when you came up with it and you thought it was cool, and now as an adult you don't think it's cool, and all you end up losing is save data to a game you'll never play again, some DLC to a game you'll never play again, and some trophies for a game you don't care about, it's probably okay. But you got to make that decision. You got to do you.
It is up to you. I guess
my name is short. My name means absolutely nothing, so I will keep mine.
Mine is fine. Mine is the same name I've been using everywhere, but I guess I was a grown-up when I made it. So
I also have. I'll say I'm lucky enough to have that continuity between systems. I am the same thing on everything as well.
I am too.
So that does make life easier.
Indeed. I agree.
Xbox Game Pass. You ever heard of that?
I think so.
It's nice.
Should probably get back into it at some point, maybe.
Yeah, I should also. And like soon. Game Pass, you pay one fee, $10 a month. You get access to all first-party Xbox One games, as well as a treasure trove of other titles.
Mm-hmm. Treasure trove.
Treasure trove. A
Good
trove.
little phrase there.
You like that?
I do.
Okay.
I like it.
They're going to expand this to PC, which I think is very smart.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Especially if it's all the same games and you can switch back and forth.
Microsoft didn't give any indication on when to expect the subscription to expand or what will be included within the same all-you-can-eat price. That's how they word it in here. I don't love that. You got to think it's the same thing. So when they expand, you got to think that it'll just be the same service. If it's available on PC, you'll get it
on another platform.
Yeah, if it's available on PC, it'll work.
So probably if you've already got it on Xbox, I would think you would get it on PC.
Yeah, I would think.
I could be wrong, but that's how I think.
Yeah.
Are you checking it now?
No.
Oh, I thought maybe you were Googling it.
I'm definitely not, because I don't think anybody knows. I do think that Game Pass is, I think it's a very good value as long as you're playing your Xbox, and it would appear that Sony is also trying to align with Microsoft in this, announcing that you would be able to now download your PlayStation Now games for a lot of them, and it seems like they're heading towards the same idea. I don't think Sony's going to come out and say, "Hey, all first-party games are up here. It's one fee. It's blah blah blah."
Yeah,
but
I don't.
They are doing the background work so that if it gets to that point where they have to, pivoting should not be that hard.
Yeah, I mean, and they may have to, because I think it's going to be dependent on who's winning that generation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Sony's put out so many more good first-person titles than Xbox has, or than Microsoft has. And Microsoft, I mean, hasn't put out a lot, and some of them haven't been great. So this is kind of what they have to do to get those games into people's hands. Next generation, you could see it swap back, just like it 360 PS3. You know, 360 pretty much won that. So it'll be interesting to see what happens.
I mean, I think as Sony, you can almost say our first-party games are worth paying for.
Most of them, yeah.
They have to give theirs away.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that's not a cool stance to take, and that's kind of like kicking them while they're down, but if Sony needs to this generation, they can justify why they're not doing it.
Right. I agree with that.
Look at the scores for Detroit, for God of War, for Spider-Man. We don't have to give anything away.
But it could come back and bite them later on.
Well, so people forget. So PS5 and Xbox One 2, it doesn't matter anymore. What you did last generation doesn't matter anymore.
Right.
So I like that they're making the right moves to do it if they have to.
I do too.
I love that Game Pass is coming to PC. I think that's a smart move. I'm excited about that. Not that it will benefit me in any way, but more people playing games is better.
Right.
But I do want to run through a couple of games coming to Game Pass for Xbox right now.
All part of their Too Spooky for Halloween promotion.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, I got a problem with that name too. That was lazy.
2? Do you like the 2?
The number 2? It's not even, yeah.
Too spooky? Number 2 spooky?
For Halloween. Yeah, I don't like that at all. 20 spooky and scary games are coming to Game Pass. So there's already a bunch of spooky ones on there, I assume, is how they're getting there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. So the new additions are Dead Island Riptide, DE.
Which is the deluxe edition, I believe.
Outlast. Hello Neighbor, which I've heard Hello Neighbor is super shitty, but I want to play it.
I kind of want to play it too.
So it goes against everything I believe in. It is a stealth game, but
right.
If I could play it for free, because I'll rage quit that thing for sure. And Observer. The full collection of Halloween Game Pass games includes Graveyard Keeper, State of Decay 2, Dead Rising 4, Resident Evil 0, and more.
And you can't play Costume Quest 2 in case you want something Halloween related, but not that's going to make you shit your pants.
Here's the weird thing. I played Costume Quest the proper Costume Quest 1 it is now.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite games.
Mm-hmm.
And then I bought 2 the day it came out, and I never even started it. And I don't
Are you
know
going to
why.
consider getting into it now?
I mean, I don't know. I've had it on PS4 for like years.
Probably not.
Yeah. I mean, this isn't going to be the thing. If I was going to play it somewhere, I would play it where I played the first one. But I don't know. It's like weird.
Yeah.
I haven't
That's
even.
you. That's you in a nutshell.
Yeah, I guess. Check out Game Pass. Buy Game Pass.
Yep.
Next story.
I actually need to check out Game Pass again because I haven't turned my Xbox on I don't know how long.
I have been updating everything on the Xbox. So
I haven't been.
It's
I probably
mostly ready. I got to get back into Sea of Thieves. I'm jonesing.
I probably have a 37-hour fucking update.
Battlefield 5's Firestorm Battle Royale mode is not coming this year.
Nope.
DICE has announced that on the post on their official site and detailed the post-launch roadmap, which will announce that Firestorm Battle Royale mode will come available in March 2019. That's the third chapter of its planned content to follow Chapter 1 Overture and Chapter 2 Lightning Strikes.
Yep.
Yeah, there that is. If you're like, man, I want more Battle Royale.
Well, Overture is a tank-focused Panzerstorm map. And Lightning Strikes is going to add combined arms and squad conquest. I don't know what that is. Firestorm will support up to 64 players, so if you're into that.
I'm not.
Me either.
I'm not. I have heard that Blackout Call of Duty is very good.
I've heard it too.
Yeah, very good. All you Battle Royale lovers out there.
But
say what I'm waiting for, Rocket League Royale. 100 cars, 50v50, 2 goals.
Is that what you're waiting for?
10 balls.
Is that what you're waiting for?
Yeah.
You think that'll happen?
No. Rocket League struggles to run.
Dude, you can't handle it with 8 cars.
50v50, same size arenas, 10 balls, 2 goals. Let's go. I'm ready for it. It would be a funny, like, April Fool's joke.
It would be. You're right.
Rocket Royale. You can't even drive because there's not even enough space for 100 cars.
Right. You got people just driving on the ceiling.
It just looks like gridlock in there. Yeah, that would be funny.
Yeah, so welcome to LA expansion.
Right. I'm going to skip this next story because it's just a story about how Epic's worth $15 billion now because of Fortnite.
Yeah.
And how they're building up an arsenal of cash to do something probably pretty large.
Probably Fortnite or Battle Royale related, I would imagine.
Speaking of Battle Royale or Fortnite related, how would you like a Nerf gun that was branded Fortnite?
Well, I can tell you there's a lot of people that would, and I could give a shit. So I don't know if that's quite the answer you were looking for, but that's the answer you're getting.
That is the answer you're getting because Nerf announced on Instagram, which is where I break all my hot news, that you'll soon be able to get the dart-firing version of Fortnite's ARL assault rifle. The orange and yellow toy gun has flip-up sights and a 10-dart magazine. Yeah, whatever.
It's going to be $50.
That seems high, man. So when I read the story, have you seen it? I didn't include a picture.
I've seen it, yes.
I was like, wow, it seems high for that.
Yeah, because it's not one of their cooler guns. It's not one of Nerf's cooler guns.
Yeah, so some of the ones you've seen, and maybe even with the Overwatch ones, you're like, they probably had to spend some time on it. This looks like a Nerf gun.
Yeah. It just has Fortnite printed on it.
But if you're big into Fortnite, which everyone is, they'll probably sell a lot of these. I just wonder how much this gun costs if it doesn't say Fortnite and it looks just like that.
$30.
Yeah, I think so.
Because it doesn't look like anything special. What are you doing? You look confused.
Did they make a Gears of War gun? I'm making that up.
I don't...
Hold on, I'm searching now.
I don't know, honestly.
No, but they have one that has a saw bladed thing on the front that you can pull, apparently.
Yeah.
I think that's what I was confusing. I think I watched a Punish Props video, and I was trying to decide if I should say that there's a Gears of War one or if I was just losing my mind.
Gotcha. What'd you decide?
They don't make one.
Okay.
But you can pretend Fortnite's real, and you can shoot your friends with dart guns and then dance.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, or you can hide in a bush.
Yeah, I do that anyways.
Or you can build stairs.
No Man's Sky. Next big update is coming soon, and it's pretty spooky. I didn't write that either.
I know you did. You sure did say it like a goofball, though.
It's
pretty spooky.
I feel like it was written like a goofball. Hello Games has announced the next titled update to come out for No Man's Sky. It's called The Abyss. And according to Hello Games founder Sean Murray, it focuses on some of the eerier moments of No Man's Sky.
Like what?
I don't know. Some of the eerie ones.
What are these eerie moments?
You know all the eerie moments. It focuses on them.
So you don't know.
The game gets a little creepy when you're like in caves and stuff. Because it's dark, it's hard to see.
Okay, I guess. I don't know if eerie is the right word.
It's the word they used.
I understand that. It doesn't make it right.
Murray revealed in a blog post that most of the team has been busy working on weekly updates, but a handful of people have been working on The Abyss.
The Abyss.
Like major title updates released before, The Abyss will be free to all No Man's Sky players. Murray reveals the update is releasing next week, so it's the week you're listening, but did not confirm a specific date or time. Considering the expansion's name and spooky theme, it's probable that The Abyss will release on Halloween.
No way.
That's some bullshit. It's not any more probable it releases that day than any other because this person doesn't fucking know.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Wish I had this person. Wish I pulled this person's name so I don't like this person.
Just why? Because
it's not spooky. He used the word eerie. Why are you using spooky? He used eerie.
Yeah, I don't like either of those words. To be honest with you,
a spooky sounds like a pillowcase full of candy, though.
Right,
like spooky's like fun. Like Costume Quest is spooky.
Yeah, and
like
eerie is supposed to be like super weird, and I'm not getting that out of No Man's Sky. I mean, can it possibly be any weirder than some of No Man's Sky already is?
Mm-hmm. I got to circle back real quick because we're about to talk about Halloween shit.
Okay.
There was a night last week where I wasn't feeling well. My stomach was hurting. My head was hurting. I think it had maybe like a touch of a 24-hour deal.
Okay.
So I was like, I'm not playing tonight. I'm going to bed earlier. I get in bed. I can't sleep because I'm not tired because I don't go to bed at 9:30.
Right.
But I don't feel well.
Right. So what'd you do?
I'm gonna go play PS4.
No,
so I get
No Man's Sky?
No, I played Friday the 13th.
Oh, how was that?
With Howard. And eventually his nephew. Fine. I died a lot.
Uh-huh. How did Howard do?
He died a lot.
Yeah. Did he like the game?
He enjoyed himself. So here, I didn't feel well, which is why I didn't want to play Rocket League, because I'm like, I don't want to be stressed out. I just want to, I don't feel well.
Right. And you don't mind dying and Friday the 13th.
Well, no, that game stressed me the fuck out even worse.
Oh, really? Why?
Because I don't want to die.
Oh, fair enough.
The whole time I'm like, don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me. He's about to kill me, don't kill me.
Then he got killed. Yeah.
Yeah, we escaped once, but it was only because Jason quit. Shout out to whoever was playing Jason that match. And, yeah, we just died a bunch. So there was that.
Yeah.
And then I got out and was like, let me just jump in Rocket League because it had an update, see what changed. Then Pac-Man jumps on and I end up playing Rocket League anyways.
Did that stress you out?
Not after
Friday the 13th?
But we lost every game we played that night.
Oh, you and Pac-Man?
Yeah. But another big Rocket League announcement. Not last night, but the night before, him and I got on. We played like 7 games. We destroyed everyone, all 7 games.
Mm-hmm.
Feeling pretty good about life. Then last night, me and Howard get on, destroy like 5 people in a row, and I'm like, what is going on right now? I'm like, some sort of fucking win streak. Then Pac-Man gets on, I'm like, we're probably... See, a lot of times when you're winning with 2 people, you get in 3, you lose the magic.
Yeah.
No, we ripped off like 10 more wins in a row. All 3 of us are diamond rank. I don't know what's happening. And then we lose our very last match. My last match. They kept playing, I think. But I was like, no, I'm not going out like a punk because I just got diamond. I'm going to at least keep it for a night.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm going to bed with diamond. So we won like, it had to be, like 10, 15. I mean, we're over 20 matches in a row wins. So we finally lost one. That's it for me, boys. See you guys tomorrow. They were like, really? You're going to stop now? 1 loss? Yep. I am, because I'm Division 1, Diamond 1. I'm sleeping with it. I'm going to bed with Diamond status. I may never have it again.
There you go.
Yeah, so it felt it was a good night. Last night was a good night. Forgot to give myself that shout out. Back to the news. Halloween festivities. We did this last year, but we tried just to
recap all the Halloween stuff that's going on for everybody. In case there's a game out there. I'm not going to read into what all this is. We're just going to go through the list of games.
Okay.
We're going to do games and dates that they're running.
Okay, yeah. We got Call of Duty Black Ops 4 from October 20th to October 27th. We got Dauntless from October 17th to November 1st. DC Universe Online from October 1st to the 31st.
Hey, hold on real quick.
Okay.
Call of Duty is the 20th on PS4. It doesn't begin until the 27th on PC and Xbox One. It's like written stupid on that one.
Gotcha. Yeah.
All right, keep going.
Yeah, I didn't read it right. Where did I leave off? Destiny 2 begins October 16th. Fortnite from October 23rd to November 26th. Hearthstone, October 17th to the 31st. Hitman begins October 19th. Killing Floor 2, available now. That's the date, available now. Overwatch, October 9th to the 31st. Rocket League, October 15th. Splatoon 2, October 19th to the 21st. That's a short one. And that one's over. World of Tanks Blitz, October 17th to November 12th.
What the fuck, Nintendo? You did
1 weekend. 3 fucking days.
You did it over a weekend, and it wasn't even Halloween. I don't know. This is just a list of I search for Halloween in-game events. These are what I could come up with.
Yep. If you're interested in any of those, just look up the game and type in, Halloween. And Halloweeny. You can type in Halloweeny and see what pops up to get more information on all of those. We're not going to go into all of it because they make these things super complicated.
Yeah.
So, but those are all of them. And I believe that covers the news. That does cover the news. News is done.
Yeah, that's it. That's all. No new news.
New news.
New is.
With Gary Gnu.
That's going to do it for the news, like you said. And that's going to bring us to Gone But Not Forgotten. And this is a special Gone But Not Forgotten.
And why would that be?
It's also one
that
I have potentially done before. I'm going to tell you why after I tell you what I'm doing for Gone But Not Forgotten.
Okay, what's the Gone But Not Forgotten?
This is something that's near and dear to your heart as well as mine.
Okay.
And again, I probably have done this before, but I can't remember. It doesn't even matter.
Oh, is it Fairy Tale Fights?
It's not. It's a great game. It's also not Naughty Bear, which is a good game.
Yeah,
it is PlayStation Home.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Deep cut. We spent a lot of time in that world. So did our friend Hoffman show. It was creepy and special and everything that you thought it would be. It was not super fun, but there's something about it. And,
but something's wandering around, and you could watch movies and Netflix in the movie theater. That was cool.
And then you could play arcade games against each other, and you could just walk around wearing a Subway shirt because you eat fresh. And I don't know, there was something.
You could decorate your home.
Yeah, you could buy fake furniture for your fake home,
fake clothes for your fake dude, your fake avatar.
Yeah, it was just real good. It was real enjoyable. It wasn't real good. It was real enjoyable.
It was enjoyable.
There was something satisfying about check out my apartment. No, check out my apartment. I have a pool table. Want to play pool? I kind of do. Yeah, there was something satisfying about it. Rest in peace, PlayStation Home. You were taken from us far too soon. See, was that near and dear to your heart?
It was.
Yeah, I thought it would be.
I especially like how you ended with the RIP.
Well, I think it's fitting.
It is fitting.
It's not the only thing we're laying to rest today.
No, it's not.
We're also laying to rest this beloved segment. I know that once before we took Gone But Not Forgotten out behind the barn and we put it down. And you guys spoke.
Mm-hmm.
You wanted it back.
So we brought it back. We resurrected it.
But along the way...
It got Jesus-ed, we'll put it that way.
Right. It rose from the ashes.
or
Phoenix.
It,
Right.
it could either be Jesus or Phoenix.
Jesus.
Yes.
Put like a T at the end of that. Oh, I see what you're like. Jesus.
Yes, like Jesus.
You got Jesus.
Right, like you got played.
You got Jesus. Did.
You got Jesus.
So what we're saying is that we're gathered here today in this moment to pay our last respects, to celebrate the life of Gone But Not Forgotten. Man, I like the horn. It's good. It's been a good segment. It's lived a long life twice. But after 302 episodes, it's time we finally lay to rest Gone But Not Forgotten. You may all be seated.
Give it its proper goodbyes.
We do listen to the audience. However, when we started this 18,000 years ago, our goal was always to make a show that we enjoy doing and that we're proud of. And that's not a segment that we enjoy doing for several reasons. And it's just not important enough for us to make that sacrifice. But here's what we will commit and promise to you. We will replace it with something better.
We will replace it with something. I'm amending that. We will replace it with something.
Something better. I know it will be better because I don't like that fucking segment.
That doesn't mean it wasn't a good segment. It just means you didn't like it.
It's a trash segment. The next one will be better. It was a garbage-ass segment. So your dog agrees.
She's glad it's gone, too.
Mm-hmm. But not forgotten.
But not forgotten.
I mean, I feel like we wrap that up. Put a nice little bow on that for people.
Yeah. I even got to play taps.
Yeah.
I haven't pulled the horn out in a long time.
Dust off the old horn. I get it. You can follow us on social media. I am at Podcast Ryan, and Dan is at Shirtless Dan, but he's got a shirt on right now.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to follow Gerald, you should do so at Hoffman Show. He's now a cop. He's now a cop. Ask him about it. And
with a uniform.
Yeah, he's got a badge. And you can follow us together at game_stitch. You can also check us out on Twitch, twitch.tv /Gamestitch. We're going to be hosting some people on there, hopefully, maybe get some content going for you guys that's not actually us doing it.
Well, to be fair, I don't think I've done it on 3 months, so
right.
I'm a shitbag.
Right, Dan's a shitbag, but I have a friend who's doing some speedrun stuff that's pretty cool, and he's kind of building up a community with that, so we may just host him. So if you see us go live and it's not us, don't be disappointed. It's rarely us. Rarely us.
I find it hard to believe you'd be disappointed either.
Right. But, yeah, because you should expect this by now. But what I will say, Halloween is here. We all have Friday the 13th, and maybe you'll see us pop up over on youtube.com /Gamestitch.
Maybe.
With a little Friday the 13th. The game.
We should find a night to get 4 of us.
I just want to be Jason. Last time I was Jason, I've never killed anyone as Jason. I want to redeem that. I want to redeem myself.
I've killed people as Jason.
I never have. I'm looking for redemption.
So I've gotten, yeah. Didn't you drag that person down from in the water?
Oh yeah. But that's bullshit. I want to kill somebody.
I got it. You want to impale them on the tree or stick a shovel in their jaw or whatever.
Or a bear hug them until their spine breaks or whatever have you. But yeah, I want a proper death.
I want to see the only death in any of the Friday the 13th movies I've ever cared about. Where there's 2 teenagers in a sleeping bag and he picks up the sleeping bag and just starts beating it on a tree. Mm-hmm. I want to see that one. But I understand how it couldn't work because you can't walk around in a sleeping bag.
That's true.
But that's my favorite. That's my favorite Friday the 13th kill of all time.
I'm thinking about. I want to get high enough level. I don't think I am to unlock the jaw rip.
Oh, I have it.
That seems pretty gruesome. I'm only a level 9.
Because I played it by myself for a long time.
Sure, I didn't play it very much at all, and I wasn't good at it when I did.
I was never good at it. Well, no, I used to be decent at it, but
I wouldn't even qualify myself as decent. YouTube.com/Gamestitch. And once again, thank you guys. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, children. Thank you, old people.
Thank you, everyone.
That's an easier way to say it, but I like to call out what what we got here.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, thank you, dogs, cats,
birds,
fuck
lizards,
birds.
Snakes. Fuck snakes.
Now, did you say lizards or wizards? Because both are allowed.
You pick.
Okay. What about
whatever you think
lizards?
you heard? You're right.
What about an iguana with a hat on?
Only if it's a wizard hat.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
What about a wizard?
Lizards?
Like a wizard lizard?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
New game coming soon, Wizard Lizard.
Fuck that. That's our fucking mascot.
So we've got oral supporter shirts. We're going to figure that out. And now we've got Wizard Lizard coming to a console near you. Pretty exciting day. That's going to do it for us. Episode 302 in the books. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back next week. Same time, same place.
Good night.
Good night.